So hey, I know it's been eons, but in all honesty, I was kept making videos and encouraging everybody else, and I got to a point in my life to where I started questioning who I was, where my life was going. Everything felt like it was falling apart, and I had to realize that things fall apart sometimes so we can have new beginnings. And it's been a lot of ups and downs, and I know a lot of you are probably going through the same thing. And I just felt it was time to pull back and kind of work on that spiritual maintenance because I was draining myself. And I got to a point where I had a lot of depressed people around me, and that energy was overwhelming, and I felt like I had nothing good to say anymore, or I couldn't help in a way. I started feeling like a fraud. I don't know. And it took me a minute to stop questioning myself, to say, I'm who I've always been. It's just, it got so murky in my head. And as an Aquarian, we tend to stay in our heads a lot. And actually, I just started going that way again a second ago, and I had to say, no, 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 just stop. Just, hey, inhale, exhale, repeat. And it just, life is a process, and we're all going through it. And we don't always have people on our side. We don't feel like we do. And I had to realize also I had basically shut out my entire family, and for whatever reason, I felt they didn't care about me. They talk about me behind my back. It's a lot of sabotaging talk, self-sabotage going on in my head regularly. And that comes with coming out of traumatic relationships and abusive relationships to where we don't find it easy to trust ourselves anymore. It's like, well, I allowed that to happen to me, so how can I trust that I won't do that again? But when you get stuck in that mindset, just understand that a lot of times that's your ego attacking you to make you feel small, so you don't rise up and kind of defeat the demons that are running through your mind, right? So like I said, I know it's been a while, and I apologize for kind of just up and disappearing. But like I said, just couldn't continue. And starting a new job and moving into a new house and trying to get life in order and helping my kids keep moving forward past the trauma that they've endured, it just felt very overwhelming. And I've taken my little sabbatical. I spent all morning cooking in the kitchen and got in touch with family last night and opening back up to friends and ready for that new beginning that I've been keeping at bay from myself. And I want everyone to realize when you feel pressure, it's because things are changing in your life. And a lot of people go, oh, you've changed. And with that, we should all be proud to say, yes, I have. I have grown. That's what change is, because when people notice you changing and they bring it to your attention, a lot of times it's to point out, you're not who I know you to be. But in that case, if they're pointing it out, it's because you're making them uncomfortable. You should always be the same toxic person I knew. You should always want to party and just do nothing with your time, and because I'm pretty sure we all went through that same phase. I did. I'm not gonna lie, I lived it up. I did drugs, I drank, I went to raves, I went to clubs. I had a very wild start to my independence. So I've also had to learn to let that go. Don't beat myself up over it, because it's not who I am, it's who I was. It's something I went through to help me become who I am, And we all go through things in our life that it's not that you should be ashamed of it at any time. It was just choices that you made, If you're still making the same choices, then it might be time to take a step back and consider your own personal growth. That spiritual growth that allows you to take a deep breath and kind of grow enough to where you glow. Because if not, then you're being beat down with the same old. And the party gets old at some point. The bar closes. So, I don't know. I felt I needed to share that because I know a lot of you are going through the same. I mean, there's a lot of differences in life, but in the human experience, I think we all basically feel the same things. That worry, that fear, that self-hatred, the negative emotions. And it's so easy to hang on to those negative emotions and forget about the positive aspects of life. That I'm blessed I have a roof over my head. I'm blessed because I woke up. I'm blessed because I have skill sets that help heal other people. That's me personally. I mean, you have your own things that you do. So start looking for the positive in yourself again and try to remember to inhale, exhale, and repeat. It's kind of the way to make it through the storm. And I had to remind someone that's important to me yesterday that, try to bring that positivity back into your life and just remind yourself you might be at the bottom right now, but you can only go up. You're going to heal. You're going to get better. It's a matter of not even setting your mind to it, but each day just take another step, because we forget sometimes that we can get stuck again. And I had made so much progress that I didn't give myself credit for it, for one, but when it felt like it was stalled, I kind of just put my hands up in defeat and said, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna stop where I'm at and live life, right? But in a sense, I know I have to keep sharing my story. And I hope that a lot of you will understand it's okay to share yours, because you're empowering yourself and you're helping others heal and empowering them as well. So when we're open and honest, that's where our healing starts to not take off, but it allows us to quit patching wounds and allow them to really get better, because it's easy to go through life with a lie. And I forgot who I was. Like I said, that I kind of have been the keeper of the peace and the love and the happiness in my family. And I let somebody steal that from me for a minute. And it just, my head started spinning, And so if you're in that same feeling, I'm sending you a lot of love and light, and I want you to know that it will get better. That we're all here to work together as a team. And I know with the world we live in, it doesn't feel like that, but in essence, that's what we're here to learn, that we're very similar no matter how different we are, and that we can help each other, we can love each other, we can open up and trust one another to where we can not turn back time, but at least enjoy the moments that we get, no matter how big or small, right? Because when you're worried about the future, you're not living in the present. When you're lost in the past, you're battling with demons in a way. You're battling something that's not even there anymore. And when you get stuck in that constant cycle, it's almost like being back on that karmic wheel, because there are lessons to be learned. There are new experiences to be had. So learn to trust yourself again. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. And I know it's a very hard task. Like I said, I've been gone for eons. But it's pretty much been a time for healing, and I had to pull back for myself, for my family, for the betterment of my future. So, sending everybody peace, love, and light, and I hope that you have a great weekend. I think it's already Saturday, so the great rest of your weekend. But I'll try to catch up again later and talk to everybody later. Peace out. Bye-bye.